Well, 2012, we're almost entering into another year. And the sad thing about it is that many still ain't going to make it because of different things that will take place in their life. You know, it's amazing. It's about 8:47. Got to get ready for church myself tonight to speak, Lord's will. But every new year, people go out into eternity. There will be people not trying to uh, be a damper to anybody that will go out tonight and they will not make it home, but they will make it to eternity. Even saints that they will take their last breath, and they will go out into eternity. And the Bible says it's high time for us to waken up out of sleep for our salvation. The word salvation means deliverance. It's nearer than we first believe. And I'm just so grateful. Many of my friends and many loved ones have gone into eternity this year. I've seen two spiritual fathers that I embrace as literally a natural father, Bishop James Tyson, Bishop Chandler Owens, and these guys were my mentor, my fathers, my spiritual guidance, my pastors that covered me. And this year has been a very transitional year, but I've learned how to hold my head up. I've learned how to keep the right attitude no matter what. And that's what you have to do. Every year is another year, and we're looking for Christ to come back. I just heard today that there were an earthquake, Christmas Day, and today in Ohio and the Youngstown area. And the Bible said there'll be, and even this year, earthquakes in diverse places. And that word diverse means many. And we saw that this year where there was multiple uh, states affected, even countries, by the earthquakes. And we think about the tsunami and the earthquakes. And it's amazing how in Haiti, etc., Japan, and it's amazing how we so quickly forget what the Bible has taught us about the coming of the Lord. Even those solar flares that NASA are predicting, even that Planet X, that asteroid that you saw the movie, and some people say, well, that's just computer conspiracy theory, but the Bible speaks about signs in the heavens, and there's these things are pointing to something. Something is going on. Even this unseasonal weather that we're having. I'm in Detroit, outside of Detroit, and uh, D.C., New York. The weather that they're having, you can look on the news, and some people just discount it. Oh, doc, it's just coincidence, and it's just amazing. And how knowledge has increased. Where I'm coming to you live all over the world, and not only my telecasts with the word and other telecasts I've had that I pay for, but now people can use this YouTube and Facebook and broadcast all over the world without paying a dime. And even the religious community, how that we've seen the fall of great as we embrace preachers and icons in our community, the gay agenda advancing, gay bishops coming on the platform, and even the fall of one of our dear precious bishops, labeled as a pedophile. And we can go on and on and on. And this has been a very drastic, a very uncandid year. I know many events happened last year, but a lot of things were tried in the public opinion, and people were found guilty. And who knows what 2012 going to bring? I've got about 9 minutes to get ready, but hopefully I'll be back on the other side. It's going on 9 o'clock. So we got 9, 10, 3 hours and a minute before the clock strike 12. And we don't extend one day above another, but we know that this is an awesome time to be a child of God. And I know some of you don't believe in the rapture, but I believe in the rapture. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen soon. And I believe that some of you preachers out there, you need to start teaching the folks. Just don't shout the folks crazy tonight and have them these one-liners and it's okay to have a praise break, But what we need ministry. We need men and women that will teach our people and teach them the time in which we live in. I hope 2012 is not like 2011 where you have people that are trying to explain and teach the word. I don't know it all, but so many people take things out of context and take this out of context and don't explain this right and don't. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing, and even right here, how people have been given a platform to, I guess, I don't know what. I don't know what people are thinking sometimes when they say different things. And if they take themselves, then maybe they have a change of heart. So I just ask of you to be mindful of these things. I was looking at my watch, and my watch say 10 o'clock. And I know it's not 10, because if it's 10, I am late and I'm in trouble. But they're supposed to pick me up, and the phone hasn't rung. So I just love you with the love of Jesus, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. Be safe out there. You out there that's getting ready to go party, stop yourself. Go to church tonight. Give God some praise, and not just what we call jumping and shouting, but from your heart. Praise must be from your heart, not just from your lips. But I know there's different type of praise, Toda, Yada, Shabbat, Tehillah praise, and we know we can go on and talk about the different forms of praise. But we want to give God some worship because He's been good to us. And like I said again, many of our brothers and sisters didn't make to see this day, and many people ain't gonna cross over. Sad to say, I put one of the saddest stories on my page. I think yesterday, of a grandfather, his three young grandchildren. Uh, this mansion, this lady had bought $1 million house in Connecticut, and on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, it caught on fire, and the three grandchildren, the grandmother, and the grandfather were killed. And this was the executive, and my heart goes out for them. And as he was trying to reach one of the kids, and the story read, and some of you can see it on my page, how the young girl was standing on some books. Her two sisters were killed, and in the fire. And the firemen tried to get in the house. They couldn't find where the girls. It was so much flame, and I can only imagine the terror and the screams and the anxiety of being burned alive and overcome with smoke. Uh, you know, and how that the grandfather made it out the window, and he was trying to get the young lady. She was standing on books, and I think he died of fumes outside of the house. And the story, I think it was a follow-up story, how that the fire chief captain was saying, "See grown big men break down," and that's the type of world we live in. We live in a very uncertain, tragic uh, world. Even though we want to blot our minds out, we want to block this and block that, and that's why sometimes I feel like that most of y'all are not serious about God, and you're not serious about what some of us do here on YouTube, Facebook, etc. Uh, Even with points being trying to be made, I've seen the vicious attacks on characters, and even my character, my name, my integrity. I've never been called so many false prophets and false teachers in all my days of ministry to my face. And do I get mad? No, I know the time is which we live in, but it just shows me what's really in people. Even the clip that I put of the minister Farrakhan, and many of you say he's Satan and this and that, and that's your opinion. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't know, but he was preaching about the sin of the church, how pastors going through the women, how women dressing provocative, how homosexuality coming into the church, and how we allow this, and we say that our place of worship is sacred and holy. And if we read the scriptures, and many of you, I'm quite sure, found displeasure of that, and I understand your position. But if you study religion in ministry or seminary, if you've been to a theological institute, you must understand that ministry is taught. I mean, not ministry, but religion is taught, and it's good to know. It's good to know the various things that people believe and things that people say. I know the media can exploit me. They can exploit him, and I'm not saying he's saved. I'm not saying he's born again. But anytime a person has a message, even if an atheist has a message, and I converse, and some of you don't know me personally, but I've talked to atheist, agnostic folks. I've talked to Muslims, and I've asked them very various questions. Matter of fact, I was in Akron, Ohio, and I got to go in 1 minute, and I was ministering the word. And it was a Muslim that was taking computer classes. He was like 60 some years old, and he just decided to come into service. And as I was ministering, somebody brought him up, and I ministered to him. And he didn't believe in Christianity at all. He didn't believe in Jesus. But right there, uh, God baptized him, and he testified, and I wish I could find that tape, how that he did believe in Jesus Christ. But after seeing the manifestation of God in his life, 60 some years old, been a Muslim 30 some years, and right then and there he was converted. So for y'all, I know what I'm doing. I got Muslims and Christians and probably atheists on my page, and they're welcome here just as much as you. But my main objective is to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You remember, Daniel was in uh, foreign country. He was held captive as a slave, and he made an impact on Nebuchadnezzar. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They made an impact on the king. Why? Because of their spirit and their attitude. What we got to do as Christians, we got to watch our spirit and watch our attitude. Because the way some people are, they will never win anybody to Jesus with their attitude. So I'm gonna be back. Got to go to church. They're probably blowing in a couple of minutes, and I'm not gonna be ready because of you. See you shortly.